How's it going? My name is CJ of Team Amigos, and this is our Sparkle Boy runner, a 2D endless runner. And this is the main menu so far. So we have our settings here on the side. So we have some audio control options and an about section. We have the quit button, and of course the play button to get right into the game. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is our current shippable build for Milestone 1. And the two major features that we were focusing on for Milestone 1 were both the character controller, so as you can see we can do just that, and level generation, which you can see flying by right now. We planned out the first stage of the level to be a flat surface, so the player has a moment to get acquainted with everything, but not too long of a moment that would feel too exasperated on further playthroughs. It's just enough for them to get associated with, okay, that's the score right there, that's a big pause button, and that's the spacebar at the bottom, and if I hit spacebar, I jump. So it's all pretty nice and straightened out like that. Here in Biome 1, which is this sequence of generating level blocks, we have a bit of an erratic display at the bottom for the floor. This is to get players used to jumping quite frequently and making not exactly precise jumps, but being able to get over and around things, just to show them that if you bump into something, you might get knocked off the screen and die. And here we enter Biome 2. This is where we teach the player to make more precise jumps, as well as controlling the height of their jump by holding spacebar for longer. This is to achieve a little bit more control over the player, and it shows off exactly like what our character controller can do. So as you can see, the pitfalls in this level are a lot more dangerous. You can actually fail the game here. You could fail the game in Biome 1, but it was a bit more challenging to do so. You had to actually look out for a hole and jump into it. But here the holes come up pretty frequently, and you can get onto the top platform in order to have a little bit of safety from that, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But of course, anything could happen. So the level does, in fact, keep on going. Biome 2 is about to end soon. And, yeah, there it is. Oh, I'll get back there and continue from then. And here we are on Biome 3 again. So as I was saying, you can see that the biome gets a lot more intense. The jumps are a lot more frequent, and you have to maintain a lot of focus on this part of the game. So it's a nice step up in difficulty from the blue section. There's still the risk of death, and at the same time it's a lot more liberating without the ceiling or like the extra platform above you. You get to play with the height of your jump a lot more. But at the same time, you gotta learn to be able to use your jump effectively to get across challenging areas such as that one right there, and that one. So one thing I'd like to talk about while we're at this point is the character controller and the feel of Sparkle Boy. There's a lot of feedback, as you can see, from Sparkle Boy's movement. He's got this movement trail, the dust particles, and this footstep sound effects. We want there to be as much notice as possible for the player whenever Sparkle Boy is on screen doing anything. We want him to be able to interact with anything in the environment in a way that shows the player like, oh hey, I just hit something. So as you can see with the knockback that killed me earlier, that's one of the features that we have to show that, oh hey, I hit something that I probably should figure out how to avoid. And here in the early stages of the game, it gives you a nice little early warning of like what's to come. So you can bounce into something and be knocked back, and then catch up and be able to jump over it. Later on in the game, it becomes less forgiving. You're more prone to fall into a hole from knockback. So it's important to make sure you place your jumps correctly. And that's part of the whole challenge to Sparkle Boy Runner. And again, here we are back in Biome 3. I'm going to try and focus and get through this one without any difficulty. But again, it is the more challenging biome of the first three. And it only goes up from here. And here we are at Biome 4. So as you can see, there's a lot more structure to Biome 4. there's a lot more potential to falling into little pitfalls and traps, and not placing well-timed jumps such as that area right there. Obviously, the obstacles and collectibles haven't been implemented because that's going to be part of Milestone 2, but as you can see, this is the pretty much complete package of Sparkle Boy Runner's first shippable build. Thank you for watching.